I'm Matthew, as you heard. I am a rising senior at Fordham Leadership Academy. And today I bring you the Wi-Fi controlled blimp, and I will demonstrate it, flying towards me. Whee! Oh, a little bit too Yeah, alright. He'll come down. He's very slow. You gotta be patient with this, you know? It's not easy. So, we'll bring him down here. Alright, that's it.
Nice.
We'll take this. We'll take this balloon away. Alright, so let's start off. So, in our world of constant reliance on wireless activity, I have utilized the communication of two ESPs, which are Wi-Fi modules, and a home router, which you guys can't really see, but it's all the way over there. And I have made a balloon that I can control and move. I just showed you. So this all started as a project that I didn't make, but it was started off with this wonderful IoT expert, Sophie Kravitz. This is where this all started. She was really fascinated with aviation projects. And initially, I wanted to make a drone, and I kind of pushed the limits too much here, and so we had to think on a slightly smaller scale, and we made this blimp. It was super awesome. I got to do so much, and I learned so many things. But especially being the first person in Bluestamp to ever create this project, there was very little documentation. There was not many step-by-step instructions, or really anything, and I mean, I'm not the first one to say this, you guys have heard before. And so I ended up spending countless hours just researching data sheets. What we have housed on here is an ESP8266. This is a specific Wi-Fi module that is very efficient in battery life, and it's come after several generations of Wi-Fi modules. So this PCB especially is designed with lightweight portability in mind. This thing, it was so specific down to the millimeter of thickness of this PCB. But aside from that, this board consists of 3 motors. The first 2 motors, which are located on the left and right, are responsible for the forward, backward, left and right functions. The last one, which is mounted on the bottom, is responsible for up and down. Other challenges I've came across was really programming this ESP8266. It took me 3 weeks to get this light to even blink. I had to figure out how was I going to program this. I didn't design this PCB, Sophie Kravitz did. And with that, I did, again, so much more research, and it was just so thorough. But eventually I started to learn what a Tag Connect was, which is a cable that you would insert on this PCB, and it makes it so easy for you to program it. So I would plug this Tag Connect cable right into my computer, and I'll be able to just program it right then and there. This uses the Arduino IDE, so I would just type in a few codes, and I was able to get some motor spinning. But in terms of that, there's so many other problems that came across. So one of them was actually being the initial battery on this. The initial battery, let me see if I can show you right here. So there's a little box right here, right? That's how tiny the battery was. The battery was tiny. And it is intended to be a lightweight portable device, But we turn it around, that's the battery now. So it's huge. And the initial battery gave a flight time of 3 minutes. And with this massive battery, I'm able to get 30 minutes of flight time. So super awesome, great for testing. With the initial one, there was very little room for error. So, this bigger battery alone just was so relieving. Overall though, I did come in with quite some experience. I've built an electric skateboard at home by myself. I had to do research for that. I invested my own money. I really had a lot of confidence and bravery. I learned how to solder, weld, Dremel, drill, you name it. I've done it. So walking in here, I was this project's nothing. It don't got nothing on me. I've built so many other DIY projects. What could be different? And the one thing I lacked really was the software aspect. This project was purely a software-based project. I mean, yet I had to hot glue some motors on and things like that, but I was always just typing away at the computer doing research, and so that was really just an eye-opening experience for me. I had to like, again, Google is your friend. I had to go on Google, and look up like every little thing on this board I had to look up. There's little chips on here that are like black and very flat. Those are called integrated circuits. Each one was so significant, and I had to research. I had to get like a little magnifying glass, figure out what kind of specifications and numbers they were so I can start looking them up. This thing has motor drivers, voltage regulators, everything. And it's very complex. In fact, the basic functionality of this is battery charging. It has on and off switches, the Wi-Fi communication, and it's got 3 axes so you can move it forward, back, and such. Overall though, I'd say that this project was like a blast. Although I spent the first 3 weeks like just trying to get the lights to blink, I learned so much in like perseverance and patience. And so, oh yeah, actually let me talk about this. So this is Julius Pringles right here. After such success, I was like, it's time to get creative and it's time to get fun. So I created this little like controller. This is responsible, like these 2 buttons right here are responsible for the up and down. And I have a joystick on the side that you'll move forward, back, left or right like a game controller. And so much challenges went into, I actually did this last minute, which is cramming everything. I have a whole Wi-Fi module in here. I have a few power rails to distribute power. And I have a whole bunch of other electronics in here and a nice, neat, case of wires. So this was significantly like really fun and really challenging, and it all is powered by this little phone battery. And it's super portable, really fun. If you have a router and you're at home or something. But yeah, any questions? All right, we'll go for you, Mike.
So you said that the coding part of this was really difficult and you struggled with that. Did it inspire you to pursue more coding in the future? Or did it kind of make you want to shy away from coding and go more towards the electrical and mechanical route?
To be honest with you, like I've worked with like coding is a love and hate relationship. I know can't be just for me, but it's for everyone. And that's with a lot of things. And I've worked with coding on numerous applications. I've made Android apps at several other programs, and I've worked with coding for quite some time. And this is just another hurdle that I'll have to get through. My passion is mostly mechanical and aerospace engineering, but seeing how much computers are starting to like take over this society, you gotta know how to type a few commands in that computer. So I'm not going to shy away from it. If anything, this is just one more step to helping me embrace what's the inevitable. Okay, yes, you all be.
Are you gonna see these above sports games now?
Might, I don't know. Someone wants to pay me to pull like a little Goodyear, like I don't know, flag on the back. It wouldn't be too bad. Probably make this like a little like hot air balloon or something. Super, like I would worry about that thing popping. Don't want to hit no football players. But yeah.
Was choosing the right size battery difficult for you at all, or just?
Actually, it seemed like destiny was just on my side. Like literally, I was flying this thing for 3 minutes, and I'd have to wait 20 minutes to recharge it, and I'm like, this can't work. Like I need to figure something out. So I went on like an adventure, and I just scavenged around the room, and miraculously, I found the last battery that was like just perfect. Like I found this in the back. I was like, anyone's? No? Perfect. I'm gonna go play around with it. And actually, this balloon was intended to be smaller, and it turned out it was much bigger than what we needed. And so I actually have like some little like bolt nuts on there to weigh it down because it's so powerful. And it just worked out. I got a nice big battery on here now. I got a nice big balloon. I got 30 minutes of flight time. I'm gonna have some fun. So choosing the battery wasn't so much of a challenge. It's just like it's because of how flat it is, and also this is a single cell, which is this whole thing is powered off of like 4 volts, so it doesn't need that much. But this battery was just like perfect. And actually, I think one morning I was eating some Pringles. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn into a controller, and I just did it. I went to work, got out the X-Acto knife, cut some holes. I did some filing. Actually, I had to go into the staircase and like because it's so loud. And I just made it work. And I feel like everything in engineering and just because of my experience in the back has always been just like improvise, improvise, improvise. You know, like as much as like we're kind of like here to like kind of like have a script and things like that, you know, things never go according to plan. You know, sometimes you just gotta improvise, you gotta embrace what's going to happen, and you just gotta wing it. So, yeah.
Where did you get helium from?
Oh, the helium.
I got it.
Yeah, she saved me. She just took like a quick trip to like Party City.
Really?
And honestly,
I brought back like 8 different size balloons for you to hit.
I really wanted to get a Dora balloon because he kept playing the Dora cleanup song so much. I was like, imagine just a blimp coming through.
Is My Little Pony not good enough for you?
It is good. Yeah, we had a My Little Pony balloon, but it's too small. But I'm like, we need Dora in here. I want to get like some cameras. Like Sebastian, hey everyone, it's cleanup time. And drum roll please, and we play the song, and then out comes my blimp, and like Dora's just all around the room. Like, I think it'd be awesome.
Alright, thank you so much, man.